What's up YouTube? Jason here, Morph Mixology, in the snake room again for another project. Seems like I've always got a project going on around here, but then again, that's why you guys come back to the channel, is for all the DIY stuff. So, as you guys know, we're in the process of breeding our ball pythons. We've got the incubator up and running. We've got a hatchling rack on the way, which means we've got babies on the way over the next 3 to 6 months or so. And that means I'm gonna have to up my rat production game. Because as it stands right now, I'm producing about enough to feed the entire collection once a week, and usually put some in the freezer as overflow just in case I run out. But when you start having the hatchlings, I'm gonna have to start feeding, smaller baby rats, which means they'll never have time to grow up to feed our big girls and stuff. So I'm gonna change up my breeding project a little bit. If you've watched my rat breeding plan video that I put up a few weeks back, I'll link it over here. I explained how I do rotating males. That's what the white dots are. 3 to 4 females per tub. Rotate the males through, and then I run grow out tubs and maternity tubs. Well, and that's been working fine. But when I'm not using the maternity tub, it's just wasted space. So like right now, there's these bottom 2 tubs down here have 3 or 4 females in them, and they're doing nothing. So I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna go to a dedicated maternity rack and then open those 3 tubs up for more breeding colonies to hopefully increase my production a little bit. So what we're gonna do is I slid all of these down on my wall a little bit and open up this free space right here. And in there, I'm gonna build a maternity rack with these 15-quart hefty tubs. I get these at Lowe's. They're very, very similar to the 15-quart Sterilites that I use in the snake racks, but they're a tiny bit taller. And I just like the shape and everything, and they're much denser plastic. So they shouldn't be able to get chewed up very well, or very easily. Because what I'm gonna do when I build it is I'm gonna build it for 2 totes side by side, basically about like that, kind of touching each other. And the idea is it's gonna be 5 levels tall, so 10 of those tubs. And then let's see if I can find one in here as an example. When I get a mom that is obviously pregnant, I got a few in here. I don't have any at the ready necessarily. Here you go. So if you get a mom that's obviously pregnant, ready to go, we'll take her out so she's not getting harassed by the male or the other moms or whatever, and she'll get her own tub in one of these, and they're going to be fed and watered exactly the same way. And then she'll deliver and start raising the pups in here, while the rest of the moms and maybe new moms can start continuing to breed in the rack. That'll mean I can also go to a male in every tub again, because I won't have to worry about the males bothering the pups. And then, since a lot of the pups are going to get used by hatchling snakes and smaller snakes early, the moms can stay in here, raise the pups, get them to like crawler, maybe wean size, and then we'll pull them and either cull them for holdbacks or for a freezer stock, put them in the overflow for grow out, or feed them, whatever, and then the mom can go back in rotation. I'll pull another mom out and put it in there, and so forth. So that's my plan. The whole thing is going to be built out of 2x3 softwood stock. This all comes from Lowe's. I'll have plans for this one as well. If they're not up already, I do have cut lists and plans for these coming soon. I just haven't put them up in the video and online yet, but I will have plans for both. So I'm gonna get those built. I won't finish the video today in my time. You guys will all see it in one shot, obviously. But I have to order more watering supplies, valves, and everything for all the levels, and I need to get some more chicken wire. So this part of the video for me is just going to be getting the framework cut up and built for the tubs, and then I'll put it all together, but it'll all be the same thing for you. So let's head out to the garage and the snow and get this project going. All right, out here in the garage, I just went ahead and cut all the wood right away. You guys have seen me use the table saw and the chop saw enough times. It's really not instructional anyway, it's just filler video. So this is everything I've got, all the pieces cut This starts out as 11 8-foot long lengths of 2x3. I'm gonna go ahead and start laying this up. When I get a frame done, I'll stop and come back and show you close up what the layout is gonna look like. I got 5 frames to build, and then we'll bolt them up into the legs and we'll basically be ready to go. Hopefully I have enough chicken wire. If not, I gotta get some more. So let's get these going. Okay, real quick, I wanted to stop and kind of just explain what that part of it was that I was doing. I kind of laid up the frames a little bit. I think my measurements might be off just a tiny bit. I did this kind of just rough measuring, not actually drawing it out. I think that my front and rear pieces are a little bit too long, but that's not a big deal. I can cut them down. But these, anyway, these little T things that I made, this is the center brace. So unlike the big rat rack that we have, where the tubs slide, single tub slides in and hangs on 2 rails, I'm running 2 tubs side by side, and I can have a rail on the ends obviously, but how do you have a rail down the middle is really the issue, and have it like attached to anything. So what we're gonna have is this centerpiece basically sits between the 2 like this, and this part will be attached to the front and rear cross members, just like the frame is, and then these tubs will literally just slide on that rail that it's screwed to the bottom like so. So that'll help keep the tubs aligned and obviously supported. So I just want to show you that real quick. I'm going to continue framing these up and we'll get it going. All right, y'all. It has been, I might still be wearing the same outfit, and it's gonna be kind of dark because I got the garage door closed because it's now like close to 0 degrees outside. But it has been honestly probably close to a month and a half since that last clip you just saw. I was busy with other projects, needed more materials. It's just been crazy. But I'm back, we're gonna finish it. We're almost done, actually. This is gonna be pretty close. So that time lapse, just kind of doing the frame and whatnot, it was good to go. Since then, I went ahead and put in those braces. Remember the braces we designed? These are gonna hang the drawers on, or the tubs on them for the maternity racks. I did have to go back, I'm not sure, I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but I did go back and cut these pieces down slightly so that the tubs are kind of snug. So this just goes, you know, in the center, and it's been screwed down nice and tight. So this is what the shelf will look like so. Obviously nice and tight up here. I still might do the brace across the middle for the food tray, Across here, I remember that these were cut too short, so I might still do one across here. I haven't decided yet. I might not worry about it. But yeah, so that's what the shelf's gonna look like. Obviously, it'll have rails on the sides as well. They've got those all ready to go. And then the tubs basically slide in like so. So on that, and then obviously the rail will be over here. And these will go in like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the other 5 level, or the other 4 levels done. I'm not gonna do that on camera because at this point, I'm sure this video's run on long enough and you've seen me staple chicken wire together enough times. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this finished, and then I'll set up a time lapse to do the final assembly where we put all of the shelves in the legs and get it up on wheels, and then we'll come back. Finally ordered all of the watering valves and everything else for that, and 2 more, or correction, 3 more of the big 6-high colony breeder racks. So we're up in production for sure. And yeah, so let me get these 4 shelves finished up, and we'll put them in the legs and get this thing done. All right, y'all, well, I moved into the snake room now because it is below 0 outside. The garage is freezing cold, but it's built. So, like I said, I was gonna cut through it. It's pretty nice though, the way it came out. I'm really happy with this. I had to make a couple of changes, and I'll go back and finalize. Obviously, the cut list will be in the description. I'll go back and finalize some of the dimensions, because you'll notice there's no center divider here because they weren't cut the right length, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put one in or not. I haven't decided yet. I had to cut these down widthwise because the thickness of the wood is too wide for these tubs, and as it stands, the tubs are fairly tight anyway, so, which I actually like, because that means there's no gapping whatsoever. So yeah, it's done. It looks good with the other ones, same material. This one, it's crazy to see because this is the same exact wood that is, and it's obviously different color. That's because this has been, you know, it's full of moisture now because of the humidity and everything else. So I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod and get the water lines run, and then we're done. I can start moving rats into here, which is nice because I've got some mamas that are about to pop. Grab it. The Homer bucket is going to go on this side, and I'll probably have to build a little square in here so this has something to sit on, you know. But it's going to go there, and then I'll show you my plan for the water. Is I'm going to run the water down the back actually, instead of down the sides like normal. So I'll have one line running all the way down the back. I still need to go in, even though these are tight, I'm going to come back with a little bit of plywood and put just a little strip down each side so I can't push the tub out the back. But we're going to go ahead and turn this around to the light here. So I'm going to run one line, or I'm going to run the line down the back to every level with T's obviously. So teed in here, teed in there, stuff like that. And then on the fronts, my plan is, just in case I decide I do want to put a divider in here for food, I'm going to bring the line from the back up to about halfway, pin it down to this brace, and then just have it split off into 2 pieces right here. That way if I put a food brace in here, I can just have the food on one side and then the waters will be on either side behind it. So I'm going to do that. We're going to do some time lapse real quick, back on the tripod, get all the water line done, and this project's finished. Here we go. here we go. Here we go. There it is. Pretty simple, really. So, got the bucket on the corner. Like I said, I'm going to build a little brace for it under here. The valve, like we have on all of them. This one I had to do side load, obviously, because the rack is not nearly as deep as these are. Comes down to the quick release here, so that I can fill the bucket up, and then it starts down the back, down the spine, so to speak. So there's a T at every level, all the way down the back, and then it goes out on a T to each shelf, and then each shelf has a T on it to water both tubs, like so. So now, let me put you back on the tripod here. So now if I bring you over here, you can see, all I gotta do is take the water thing out so it's not in the way. Slide our tubs in, like so. Put the water back in place. And here's how it looks. See? Not too bad. It's inside the tub. Got it. Just like that. So there we go, everybody. That's it. That's the maternity rack. And I'm way underexposed for some reason. Here you go. I'm really pleased with the way it looks, the way it's finished. The rats should do really well in here. Stay tuned on Instagram. Along with this video going live, I'll probably have some pictures up on Instagram of some of the moms in here, some of the rats. So I've got tons of pregnant moms, so that'll be kind of cool to see it work. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the maternity rack build. Like I said, the correct build sheet will be in the description down below. I gotta go back and measure and double check all my numbers, make sure I got it all right. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe as always. And any questions down below, tag me in your builds if you put one together. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.